Hey guys, it's Beth, and welcome back to Minecraft. It's been a little bit since I've recorded the last one. Um, I think what I'm going to do with this series is just, it's going to be like scattered uploads for it, where I'll play Minecraft in chunks whenever I'm feeling down or anything. And, I guess now is just one of those times. Oh gosh, we have to make our way home. I forgot. Because I was trying to find a village and then couldn't. Well, before I go, I should grab this sugarcane that's easily accessible. Yeah. I only have a stone sword to defend myself. Minecraft is my therapeutic game. I just go to it whenever I'm not feeling too great, and I guess the weird thing is I'm not even feeling terrible right now. I've just been so used to living in a weird state that I'm kind of just back to neutral, if that makes sense. Oh, sorry. Yeah, if it makes sense, like I have been in a position of not feeling great for so long that it's kind of just become my new neutral. So now I'm not even that. I don't know, I'm still very stressed, but like my brain no longer thinks that what's stressing me out matters. So I still have some of the effects, but it's kind of lessened because of it. So mainly what has been bothering me recently is college is a nightmare, frankly, and I'm going to be taking off the next semester, possibly the next entire year, because I don't work well with remote learning. It would be a lot more beneficial if I could do it in person. And I want time to focus on myself. I'll probably get a job, and it'll also allow me to focus a bit more on doing YouTube, which, for the stuff that I've been recording so far, I've really enjoyed, just to be honest. It's a very therapeutic thing, and it's a great way for me to play a lot of the games that I have in my backlog that I just haven't had the time or motivation to. But I guess since it's like a job for me now, it becomes something that I can do and say, oh, I'm being productive doing this. So what I've been trying to do with my college recently is, I was talking with my advisor about how I'm probably going to take the gap year, I think they call it, or like a leave of absence, I think they call it that. And I've been talking to some of the counselors to see if I can get an IEP, because frankly, I need one. I have not ever been diagnosed with any specific mental disorder, but I probably should have been at some point. And I have been diagnosed with severe anxiety and depression, which I would categorize as a disorder because it makes doing the simplest things impossible. Like, just in complete and utter honesty. And like, I've had to talk to one of my professors about that, I feel bad for my programming professor because I haven't done a lot of the assignments because I just can't. I look at it and for some reason, I just can't. My brain will not allow me to go beyond that point, and if I try to force it, I just panic and just can't do anything for like 30 minutes. So it's bad. And because of that, I thought to myself I should probably see if I can get an IEP. That way, I forget what it stands for. It's just a personalized learning plan for anyone who doesn't know. That just means that, like, hey, I have specific needs that need to be met, so that, like, just letting you know in advance, I have specific needs that need to be met while I'm being taught. So please, like, understand if anything is strange, like me not being able to do, like, I might be able to do like 5 assignments in 1 week, and then like the next week I will be able to do none and won't be able to show up to the class. And that's just how it is, unfortunately. Yeah. Because I try not to let... A lot of people say don't let your mental health control your life. You kinda have to, realistically. Because if you're not doing well, like, if you're sick, you stay home. You don't, like... You gotta make sure that you're okay before you go out. And it should be the same with, like, mental health stuff, to be honest, because you're still sick, your brain's just sick. And my brain has been sick for a long time and has gone untreated, and it's just spread everywhere, and now it's awful. Jeez, how far did I go? Really, was that necessary, dude? Nope, 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 nope. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm even going to be able to continue college in the future, which is something I'm scared of admitting, because especially like in recent years, schooling has not been good for me. Like, I'm very lucky that my high school was unconventional in how it taught and how everything was graded, because I learned basically nothing from the classes themselves. I learned more from, like, the experiences of being in the class than what I learned from, like, just doing the work in the class. It definitely helped me break out of my shell a lot more. I think, like, from grades, literally from preschool to, like, 7th grade, I did not talk to people at all. I had a small group of friends, literally 2 people, and that was it for most of my childhood. And then well, a couple things happened. Like, in 6th grade, I got paired in English to a very nice girl to be, like, partners for, like, chapter discussion, and we really hit it off because we had a lot of the same interests, and we were friends for about, like, I guess, like, 3 months, and then we started dating for just under a year and realized it wasn't working out. And now we don't really talk much, even though at the end we did split amicably. Well, we didn't split amicably at first because I was not in a good place during that time when we split in, like, I think it was at the end of 7th grade when we split. I'm not, yeah, I think end of 7th grade is when we split, and then 8th grade we got to be a lot better friends. I apologized for being a dumbass, and she was cool with that, and then I swapped school districts and didn't speak to her for several years. I tried reaching out to be like, hey, just in general, I'm sorry about the past, and in case you ever want to talk, I'm still here. And I didn't really get... She did respond to it, but we never really continued speaking to each other, which is perfectly okay. What else was I thinking? Genuinely, what else was I thinking? But yeah, like, beyond her and, like, a couple... I think I had, like... I added 2 extra friends in middle school. Like, my 2 friends from literally kindergarten, and then, actually, no, so, I had... Geez, this is going to be a really weird and particular, discussion. I had 3 friends in kindergarten, 2 guys and 1 girl, and for basically all of that, like, it was pretty cool, and eventually, like, me and the girl just got separated from each other. Like, I'm not really sure entirely what happened. I completely forget. And then the next time we saw each other was in 7th grade. And I was so in 7th grade, we reconnected and became friends again. And I was friends with another girl during that time, too, who I just recently got back in touch with, and that was really nice, honestly. As soon as we started talking again, like, it was as if nothing ever, like, it was as if we never stopped talking to each other, which is the best. So, I guess in total I had the 2 friends from elementary school, and then... Okay, no, actually, it was 3 friends from kindergarten, and then, none new in elementary school, because kindergarten and elementary school were same building, we kind of just stuck together. Then I was friends with... Geez, I guess 3 more people? So I guess 6 people in general. And those were all of my friends up until 8th grade, where I kind of finally broke out of my shell and started to talk to more people and become friends with more people, even though I'm genuinely not talking to any of those people anymore. And then, when I went to high school, I became friends with an entire, like, bunch of people, and admittedly, I don't talk to all of them now either, because a lot of them were bad people in general, so I just don't really associate with them anymore. But, I definitely makes it like, hey, I definitely tried to break out of my shell more, and I'm proud of that. In college, because it's all been online, I've never spoken to any other person. Like, genuinely. Like, I'm not even ashamed to admit that, because frankly, I don't want to talk to them. I really don't, because none of them have been particularly cool people. Yeah. I don't know why I built this room, but it just felt right. Let's see. Oh. Sure. Oh yeah, that's okay. I don't hate that. Let's see. Maybe I should build some fences to go around that as well. Oh, iron. It's just been... Making more friends with more people has definitely been a journey in and of itself. I don't regret it at all, though. It's definitely been good for me. I think, in general, I should be a bit more open to meeting more people and stuff like that. It's weird. I don't get attached to too many people, but when I do, it happens quickly and it happens hard. Like, if I become friends with someone, it's like it's basically like locked in for a very long time, which is nice, definitely, but it makes losing people even worse, so you have to take the good with the bad. And there's definitely bad. At some point I should probably, like, actually sit down and try to discuss the one thing I talked about before with the with the one girl again, just so that I can, like, get that story a bit more straight and more cohesive, because as it is, it's not, like, it's not that I'm lying, because I'm not. I'm being entirely truthful with that. It's just that I don't really say everything that happened in that like, through that entire thing, I don't mention everything that happened, so I would prefer to do that. That way I can get, like, the entire story straight with, like, no bias behind it, other than me being myself, really. It's hard not to have a bias in a story about yourself. So I guess I could always just, since we're on the topic of, like, friends and opening up and getting out of our shells, I guess now would be an appropriate time to tell more of that story. So I brought it up in a previous Minecraft episode, but essentially, back in high school, I met a girl, and we became friends pretty quickly, and I started falling for her, but that's honestly not important to the story. Like, it has pretty much no correlation to any of the events that happens in it. So, okay. It started all in, I think it was sophomore year. Oh, whoa. What happened? Okay. For some reason, my entire Minecraft just went crazy. I believe it was sophomore year. It had to have been. Okay. So, sophomore year, I had a small group of friends up to this point, and that was me and two guy friends. And by the time sophomore year rolled around, like during the start of sophomore year, we all met a girl, and basically, me and her 100% hit it off. We were very close for a very long period of time. We talked all the time and shared a lot of personal stuff that was like very serious and stuff that you wouldn't ever want to like. You wouldn't tell someone unless you cared about them and trusted them, essentially. She's one of the first she was one of the first people that I knew that, like, I came out to, because I trusted her that much. And following that, like, she and one of the guy friends, they got along well, but a lot of the time they would just start random arguments over nothing. Just genuinely over nothing. Like, none of it was anything that genuinely mattered. It was over stuff like colors and, like, one of the arguments that reoccurred so many times is what the best color is, and let me tell you, one of them is colorblind, and they're still arguing over what the best color is. So it just seemed like such a crazy thing that they couldn't even, like, they couldn't do anything like that. They couldn't just make peace with that. And, junior year, that's when everything basically went to complete shit between them. And they just started blocking each other, and then unblocking each other, and then blocking each other, and unblocking each other, in a very long and winding process. And I will be completely honest and admit to the fact I sided with the girl pretty much every time this happened, because I really liked her and we were very close, and the guy was a bit of a jerk to me sometimes, and I just didn't want to deal with him all the time. Stuff is going on outside my room, and I don't want, like, the audio for that bleeding in, so I guess I'll just have to finish this story another time, so... Oh god, okay, I'm really sorry. I hope that, you enjoyed today's episode, even if it was unconventional, and, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.